But honestly, was honestly a
Welcome back, fight fans. Today, we're diving into the heart-pounding world of the UFC to bring you the top 10 best knockouts of all time. From lightning-fast strikes to jaw-dropping finishes, these knockouts have left a lasting mark on the sport and etched the names of their fighters into MMA history. So buckle up and get ready to relive the moments that made us leap out of our seats in pure excitement. Let's count down the most explosive knockouts in UFC history. While it was gangster, it wasn't as vicious as many KOs prior, which is something that can be said for many spectacular UFC KOs that quickly fall by the wayside. Here are the ones that truly stand out as timeless and a cut above the rest.
A head kick! Holy cow! Cheeto Vera missed on that same kick a little bit earlier. Barely missed.
10. Jiri Prochazka murked Dominic Reyes. Performance of the night. Fight of the night. In his second UFC fight in 2021, Jiri Prochazka fought Dominic Reyes behind closed doors due to the pandemic. Many expected a lot out of Prochazka as a former risen light heavyweight champion who slept Volkan Ozdemir in his debut for Dana White's promotion. It was a striker's delight as both men tussled back and forth. Unfortunately, it ended in a brutal fashion, with Prochazka cracking an onrushing Reyes with a spinning back elbow on the jaw. Reyes fell face first in round 2 and was out cold for a while due to his momentum. It had fans wondering if he was dead in one of the most savage finishes ever in the light heavyweight division. This remains the gold standard for Prochazka's finishes. 9. Israel Adesanya put Alex Pereira to sleep. Performance of the night. Israel Adesanya wanted his UFC middleweight belt back from Poten in 2023. He couldn't stand knowing he lost a decision and KO to Pereira in glory, and then got TKO'd in a controversial UFC stoppage in 2022. They ended up trading on the fence again. Adesanya dug deep with his back against the cage in round 2. He knocked Pereira out and dropped an extra hammer fist on him to end the rivalry for now. Izzy then launched imaginary arrows at Pereira's body, made fun of his sons, and let it all out. He had so much anger pent up. There was tremendous history, flair, and theater to this dramatic, cinematic finish. 8. Leon Edwards broke Kamaru Usman. Performance of the night. Knockout of the year. Kamaru Usman, who's on a tear as the UFC welterweight champion. Unsurprisingly, he battered and wrestled Leon Edwards down for almost 5 rounds, making it look like child's play. However, Edwards took that iconic speech from coach Dave Lovell to let Usman stop bullying him. In the final minute of the 5th, Edwards pulled a cerebral head kick out the fire and dropped Usman. It was a remarkable walk-off finish that capped a tremendous underdog story. This was pure accuracy, timing, and speed, leaving Usman wide-eyed and stiff as a board in another moment that will be hard to replicate. 7. Holly Holm shattered Ronda Rousey. Performance of the night. Fight of the night. Knockout of the year. Ronda Rousey ran riot as the UFC bantamweight champion, dominating women by flailing them around and submitting them. However, as much as Rowdy had a great judo and ground game, she wasn't prepared for Holly Holm's elite striking. Holm sniped her out from the distance with sharp punches and calculated kicks. It left Rousey chasing air and grasping at ghosts while getting tagged up. Then came the shot heard around the world in the second round. Holm dropped Rousey with a head kick and then applied some fists. Really though, Rousey was out from the kick. It was what many felt humbled Rousey and had her thinking her MMA career was dwindling. 6. Edson Barboza created an iconic KO. Knockout of the night. Fight of the night. Knockout of the year. Edson Barboza was undefeated when he faced Harry Eaton. For 3 rounds, he tagged up Edson, setting him up for a magnificent spinning wheel kick. He caught him flush on the skull and slept him in rapid fashion. Barboza then celebrated in a cold manner, reminding the UFC fans that he was arguably the best kickboxer around at the time. Barboza to this day is still regarded as one of the most dangerous kickers in the UFC. It's the stuff found in Street Fighter, Tekken, and Mortal Kombat video games. Over the decades, many fighters in the UFC have taken the WWE approach to trash talking and made it a lot more graphic, uncensored, and R-rated. 5. Corey Sandhagen crushed Frankie Edgar. Performance of the night. Corey Sandhagen is one of the UFC's best martial artists. He showed this to a legend of the game in Frankie Edgar. Edgar shone at lightweight, featherweight, and bantamweight. But Sandhagen didn't want another contender rising up in the ladder. He patiently set Edgar up and cracked him with a flying knee near the end of round 1. Edgar was out before he hit the canvas. This was another KO that sounded so loud due to it being the quiet apex during COVID 19. This shot propelled Sandhagen into the mainstream in a big way. Sadly, Edgar would receive a similar KO from Chris Gutierrez and retire in 2022. 4. Glockin Buckley was a ninja against Impa Kasanganay. Performance of the night. The UFC has had wild, violent finishes via kicks. Marlon Vera front-kicked Edgar to sleep. Impa Kasanganay caught a Buckley kick in round 2, but Buckley pivoted and spun right around to punish him via reflex. He caught him with his other foot flushed on the jaw. The sound echoed throughout yet another empty arena. Buckley left Kasanganay frozen on the ground, which is something he is hoping to do more and parlay into a welterweight shot. He's just too explosive, dynamic, and unpredictable to ignore. 3. George Masvidal posterized Ben Askren. Performance of the night, performance of the year. When Ben Askren came over from one championship, the All-American wrestler wasn't living up to expectations. He had a controversial win over Robbie Lawler and then talked a lot of trash to George Masvidal. When they fought, Masvidal came for blood out the gates. He unleashed a flying knee, slept Askren, and then hit some super necessary hammer fists. It still stands as the UFC's fastest finish in just 5 seconds. The UFC has had many sub-10 finals, but only Conor McGregor's 13-second KO over Jose Aldo is talked about in this light. Masvidal went on after this to get title shots and paved the way for the BMF belt, while Askren got submitted by Demian Maia and retired. These are the greatest mixed martial artists to ever compete in the UFC. 2. 1. Francis Ngannou sent Alistair Overeem to the Shadow Realm. Knockout of the year. Before Francis Ngannou blew up big, he had a massacre of a fight against former UFC heavyweight contender Alistair Overeem. The brawl didn't go past the first round, with Ngannou snapping Overeem's head back with the nastiest uppercut MMA has ever seen. It made Overeem's neck look like jelly as the lifeless Dutchman dropped unconscious. It was highlight reel stuff, encouraging White to push the Cameroonian more. With that kind of power, it was no surprise Ngannou would box and knock down Tyson Fury 6 years later. This was the epitome of what a flawless knockout artist was about: clinical, devastating, and not even garnering a scratch along the way. And there you have it, folks, our top 10 best knockouts in UFC history. Which one was your favorite? Did we miss any that you think should have made the list? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow fight enthusiasts, and subscribe to our channel for more hard-hitting MMA content. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your guard up and stay ready for the next knockout moment.